The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. From the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, opening day baseball on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch, getting the nod on the mound, Pedro Martinez. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
All right, ready to go here. And into the box for Baltimore, Brian Roberts.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
He goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And now it's going to be Cedric Mullins. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you've got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Damon throws to second, and he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Cal Ripken Jr., the next to hit for the Orioles. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Runner leads away at second. And that's in there at the knees.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Man on second, 2 down. Good job to fight that one off.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And now it's even up. Next offering is outside. Brooks Robinson up next. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Murray on his way around third. He scores, and it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And Now the veteran third baseman, Brooks Robinson. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. The 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back in Boston, and today's starter, Mike Messina. A 20-game winner a year ago, Singy.
And 20 games in this day and age is extremely difficult to reach because of all of the information, all of the analytics that can really pinpoint where a weakness can be. Maybe it's that third time through the order. Maybe it's just a different situation as far as that hitter, what he does after having, seen a particular pitcher. There's just so much data that prevents guys from having the opportunity to pitch deep into ball games and to stay in long enough to qualify for a win. So to have accomplished what he accomplished last year, he should be pretty proud of himself.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Kevin Youkilis will hit next. And he flips a breaking ball in there, or a changeup.
Either one. Something off speed. Good arm action on it, whatever it was.
And down on strikes. 2 gone.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And the batter now, Jimmy Fox. So now 1-2. In the dirt. Rutschman on to first, and it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to the second from Fenway Park. It's the Orioles 1 and the Red Sox 0. Second inning set to go, and here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
That misses the zone, and the count's even at 2.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
And a payoff pitch. And that's ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And now it's Austin Hayes. Kicks and deals. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Devers should have this one. And out number 1 on the grab.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Here's a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Rutschman over at first with 1 away. That just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a good take.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Jorge Mateo now.
Jorge Mateo.
Payoff pitch. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. At the plate, Brian Roberts went down on strikes his first time through. First and second, 2 down. Next pitch is in the dirt. 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one in for a strike. 2-2. And another ball. Martinez, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. 2 on, 2 outs. On the ground, and it goes just foul.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Damon really on his horse for it. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And that is that. Orioles strand a couple. They lead it 1-0. Back here in Boston, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's a big power threat. David Ortiz. The 1-1.
That's ball 2.
And that one is in for a strike. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
And a swing and a miss. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of guys didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
1 down, base is empty. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him swinging.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Now at the plate, Jim Rice. The 1-2. Check swing, and that's a ball. And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Top half of the 3rd inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins.
And a 1-1. There's a strike.
You know, these Orioles showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And the 2-2. And now the count filled up 3-2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Bounced up the middle. Turner tosses to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
The first baseman, number 33, Eddie.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Eddie Murray. Doubled his first time up. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit hard. That gets through.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Man at first, Cal Ripken Jr. the next to hit. Falling behind 2-1. Murray, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Grounder might be 2. To second for 1. And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back now at Fenway as we go to the last of the 3rd. And stepping in for Boston, Justin Turner. The line to kick the pitch. In the air, right field. Santander drifts towards it. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Batting in, the catcher, Reese.
Here's Reese McGuire. On the ground, right side. Slings to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
Batting 9, the shortstop, Kike.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. That's a slider for a strike.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Robinson throws to first in time. And that'll do it. 9 straight retired here to start the game. 3 innings complete. It's the Orioles 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at Fenway, now the 3rd baseman, Brooks Robinson.
Brooks Robinson.
Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. In the dirt. Throw over to Fox. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Here's Adley Rutschman. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
2-2 now. And that one missing low. And he walked him.
No, very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the call with pitches near the top of the strike zone.
One down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Austin Hayes. Popped out and foul ground first time through. Rutschman leads off first with one away. Line drive. Jumps, but it's off his glove. Over to Kike, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Now batting, the right fielder, Anthony Santander.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. The pitch. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. And the Orioles leave one, but they lead it 1-0. Ready to go, bottom four. And now the center fielder, Johnny Damon.
The center fielder, Johnny Damon.
Swings and misses. And that is strike two. Left-hand batter waits. Stays alive. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And next for the Red Sox, Kevin Youkilis. He was a strikeout victim his first time. To the right side, Roberts. Tosses to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
And here's the first baseman, Jimmy Fox. That one finds the corner, and the count 1-2. The Red Sox yet to pick up a hit here. And that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Got him. And that is that. Red Sox go down quietly. They trail here 1-0. New inning getting started. Now here's the Orioles DH, Jorge Mateo.
Jorge Mateo.
2-1 now. Trying to bunt his way on, and that's just foul. Next pitch just misses. Full count, 3-2.
Now they've made him really work in this one. His 100th pitch coming in just the 5th inning.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
So the lineup flips over. Here's a speed threat, Ryan Roberts. Mateo runs. Ball outside. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2. Runner at second. Nobody out. Next pitch misses, and now it's 3-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And here it comes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. Off the mark there. 2 balls and a strike. Just missed. Bullpen activity starting up now. Brian Bayo getting loose out there. Kluber warming up as well. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. Kicks and fires. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
So first and second with 1 man gone. Eddie Murray, the next to hit for the Orioles. The 1-1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam. I think really just trying to be careful, man, in scoring position there. See if he can somehow navigate through this lineup, get a more favorable matchup, perhaps get him to roll over on a changeup, get a ball on the ground, get a double play, and get out of this.
Mateo on second. Mullins at first. 1 gone. That's off the mark. 3-2 now. Cal Ripken Jr. next to bat for Baltimore. (3-2) and they're all loaded up.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Pedro Martinez out of the game, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break. Brian Bayo into the game.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Cal Ripken Jr., the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The 2-1. That one missed.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Bases loaded, one away. Ground ball right side, could be two. And he can't come up with it. Over to Kike.
The third baseman, number 5.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Brooks Robinson, the next to hit for the Orioles. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. The pitch. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they pick up a run on no hits, but they leave 2 men on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Orioles 2 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at Fenway, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the DH, David Ortiz. The pitch. That's inside. 2-2. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And the right-hander deals. Got him. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Oh, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Check swing. He held up. 3-1. The Red Sox still looking for their first hit in this one. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting,
Jim Rice getting ready to hit. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. And a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Throws to second. Not in time. He's safe.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Justin Turner now. Flied out his first time. And a 2-1 on the way. This one in the dirt. But no advance from the runners.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Turner awaiting a 3-1. And there's ball 4.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Reese McGuire. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. The 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
Yeah, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and get out of this little jam.
Pitch misses, and it's a full count. Ball 4, he's walked in a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
So stepping in for Boston, Enrique Hernandez. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
And now it's 1-2. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, they were pretty much giving it to him right there. Playing the infield back. All you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball. You got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking up there. Strikeout looking is the last thing you want to see. Now you got to hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with a big two-out hit.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Johnny Damon, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Check swing. Did he go? No. The pitch. On the ground to third. What a play to end the inning. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We're through 5. It's the Orioles 2 and the Red Sox 1. Back inside Fenway Park. Start of the 6th. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Adley Rutschman. One now. And there's a ball. Movement in the bullpen. Richard Blyer preparing to come on if needed. The 2-1. Now this is in the air down the line. Touches down. That's a hit.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Now here is Austin Hayes. The 2-1. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Two. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's one down.
Now batting.
And next for the Orioles, Anthony Santander. Ball to strike. The pitch. And strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Hard hit, left field, base hit. Around second is Rutschman. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Jorge Mateo. Next pitch is outside. Fly ball down the line. Buchholz settles under it. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
And into the box for Baltimore, Brian Roberts. Bit of strategy here. They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a forced play at any base.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
The 1-1. A little bit low.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
The 2-1. And that's outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Bounce to the left side. Down the line, and it's foul. Rutschman on third. Santander over at second. Roberts on at first with 2 down. Called out on strikes. Throws him with the heater at the knees. Huge opportunity missed there. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Orioles 2 and the Red Sox 1. Welcome back. Well, we go bottom 6. And stepping in for Boston, Kevin Youkilis. The wind and the pitch. That's inside. And now 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch. In the air, left side. Squeezes it, and there's 1 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Next one misses, and the count's full.
Almost 100 pitches through 5 1/3 innings. I'm thinking he's probably done in the next couple of batters.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
3-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And next is the designated hitter, David Ortiz. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a ball popped up, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing for Boston, and our score remains 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, and now the first baseman, Eddie Murray.
First baseman, number 33, Eddie Murray.
The wind of the pitch. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And now the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. Got to be careful with a slugger like this. Turner over to second. How about that double play?
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Brooks Robinson. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
And the pitch. Slider misses outside. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right.
He was all over that one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Digging in, Adley Rutschman. Next pitch is outside. And another ball. Austin Hayes waits on deck. Three-one now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Robinson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Right-handed reliever swings and blasts one deep to left center, and it's off the wall. The relay to the plate. Tag, safe at home, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Austin Hayes, the next to hit for the Orioles. Righty delivers. On the ground, right side. A flip to the pitcher covering, and that is that. The O's add 1 on an RBI double. It's now a 3-1 ball game. And welcome back. Bottom of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Outside. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Brian Baker is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Givens getting loose as well. And the 3-1. They say you win. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
And the righty deals. That one lifted to left. Hayes has it sized up. Makes the grab, 1 away. So now Turner in on that right side.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
The 1-1. There's the strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Now the catcher up to hit, Reese McGuire. At the belt and fires. In the air, left field, down the line, and that one hops the wall. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Mike Messina won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Righty reliever out of the pen, Dylan Tate.
Now pitching for bullpen, number 55, Dylan Tate.
And next for the Red Sox, Enrique Hernandez. The 1-2. Got him! And the inning is over. Boston strands a pair, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back in Boston, we go to the 8th. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. Fouls one off. 2-2. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That one carrying. And out of here. Anthony Santander knocks one out. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 4-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, Richard Blyer.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Jorge Mateo, the next to hit for the Orioles. Next offering misses, and it's 2-1. Here comes a pitch. Just missed. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Got him looking, and that's the first out.
Well, that's almost just not fair with that pitch. I mean, until the very last second, looked like it was going to be well in off the plate, but the arm side run brought it right back to catch the inside corner. Tell you what, frustrating as a hitter, you give up on the pitch. I honestly don't know what you're supposed to do with that as a hitter other than just tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
And a bunt towards third. And he deals. And now the count is even. Lifted in the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles, the center fielder.
Now the number 2 hitter, Cedric Mullins. and he caught it behind his back to first, and they get the out. Orioles add one on the solo homer. It's now 4-1. Back after this on the show. And we're back here at Fenway Park. Here's the center fielder, Johnny Damon. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now it's the right fielder, Kevin Youkilis. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. And that is a rally killer. 2 gone in the 8th.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Brian Baker. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Brian Baker.
And here's the first baseman, Jimmy Fox. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Next pitch is outside.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Two down, nobody on. Tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he held up. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
The 1-1. Good eye right there. Fox off of first with 2 away. The next pitch misses. 3-1 now. Rafael Devers hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat. They'd love to give him a shot here.
And that's ball 4.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Here comes Fox. The relay, and he's in there as a run scores on the play.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
So stepping in for Boston, Jim Rice. Strike 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a visit from the pitching coach here. Just to remind him, focus on the hitter. Don't worry about anything else.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Hammered down the line. Base hit. Headed for the plate. And that gets all the way to the wall. 1 runs in. Roberts with a relay throw. Save. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Danny Coulombe.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Number 54, Danny Coulombe.
So runner at second, 2 down. And stepping in for Boston, Justin Turner. The count 2-1. That one drilled left field. Hayes makes the play. That is the inning. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now tied 4-4. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now at Fenway. And the batter now, Eddie Murray.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation. Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Next pitch is outside. Now 3-1. Cal Ripken Jr. in the on-deck circle. Tied at 4. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. On the pinch run, Ryan McKenna. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Cal Ripken Jr.
So he came out clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
Next pitch inside. And a count 2-1. Right through there for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Here's a 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Got him! And one gone. And next for the Orioles, Brooks Robinson.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat, opposite field knock.
Four in the 9th. Gets the call. And that's strike 2.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
1 away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. On the ground right side. Diving, and he can't make the play. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now the go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
So a lefty out of the pen, Joely Rodriguez. Go-ahead run on base, Austin Hayes. The next to hit for the Orioles, the 1-1. Slider clips the zone. McKenna, the lead runner out at second. Rutschman at first, 2 out of the inning. Laser, could be extra bases. Runner around third. 1 runs in. Around third. He scores as well, and it's 6-4.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
And into the box for Baltimore, Anthony Santander. He's already homered here in this one. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And that's downstairs and outside. Action in the pen down there. John Schreiber is loosening up. This would be his first appearance for the club. Two outs.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Hard hit right side. The throw to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. So they turn to their closer, Felix Bautista. A chance at his first save of the year. Now into the game, Jerry Hairston Jr. He takes over as the new first baseman. Here's the catcher to hit, Reese McGuire.
Now playing first base, number 15, Jerry Hairston Jr.
And a pitch. That's through there for a strike.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him. 1 away.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
Now here is Enrique Hernandez. And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missing inside. Right side. On to first. Ball game. And the Orioles take game 1 of the series on the road.
Well, his first save of the season is in the books, and that was a nice job of him coming in the game and closing it out. He's off and running now.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4 as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Orioles, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Red Sox, 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 17 minutes. Our Fenway Park paid attendance this afternoon, 37,755. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely.